time, majors on me, how you been? Trying to keep the right sucker free to the end. Sitting waiting on my time, probably came and went. I tell you what though, I swear I'm charged up against. LT additional niggas call that a different fabric. And every joint that I touched, I'm trying to make it classic. And every joint that I had, I know you wish I passed it. And every joint that I touched, I stretched it like elastic. It's been a minute since a nigga fell a
Hey. Popping all that shit you be talking about your living. That's the type of shit that make niggas empty the full clips. Right. But we can take it back to their hands and shoot the fire. The choice is on you, homie. Yeah, you decide.
What is the deal, y'all? Episode 2. We are finally in the building. Shout out to New York. Shout out to NA Rock. Shout out to the whole style. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to the whole Brooklyn. The whole New York tri-state area. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody around the world. It's a lot going on. Grim, what's the deal, baby? How was your week, man?
Can't complain. Freedom is beautiful.
Right.
Want to shout my co-hosts out.
Already.
Majors.
Back at you.
Steph.
Right or wrong. As y'all can see, Steph is not in the building with us, but she's in the building with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying she in the building with us. What's up, Steph? You all right?
What's up? Yeah, I'm over here enjoying the sun.
Yeah,
While y'all cold over there with y'all cold.
you're a little jealous. You know?
That ain't
Just
fair.
rub it in a little bit. Just rub it in a little bit.
Yeah. That's all good.
I'm telling them.
You all right? That's what's up.
Yeah, everything's good.
Okay.
Just living. I was out by the pool earlier, just chilling.
Okay. How was your week?
Huh?
How was your week? Your week was good?
My week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Regular. Sunshine, gym,
Okay.
home.
That's what's up. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, yeah.
A whole lot.
Yeah, I checked the topics out, man. You got some real interesting stuff right here, man, on the table.
Yeah. You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I don't even know. We're just gonna jump into it, right? So, I was thinking about something, right? You know, it's a lot of like BLM going on right now, like, you know, Black Lives Matter, stuff like that.
Okay.
Going on right now, right? So, I was wondering, right? They have a Thanksgiving Day parade. They got a Christmas parade. They got all these type of parades. Why was there never a Black History parade? Like, why don't we get a Black History Day parade? Like, why don't we really have like why don't we have that?
That's a good question.
Because they scared.
I mean, of a parade? I guess they look at it like,
Of,
yeah, we gonna give y'all a Eastern Parkway for, you know,
Labor Day
parade
so,
and all that. Like, nah.
Look,
right.
It's during Juneteenth, which is one of the first celebrations that African Americans ever participated in on the shores of North America, right? Up there on Fulton Street, I remember when I was young. Now, keep in mind, y'all know I was gone for a while, so I don't know if it's still functioning, but I remember when I was a younger person, we used to walk up there, and right in Boys and Girls High, where the track is at, they would WBLS, Kiss FM, where the track is
absolutely.
at.
I know exactly
would hold like African Day, where they sell African items, and I remember that as a kid because that's when I remember being informed about the Negro League because I seen a jacket and a hat that I wanted to purchase, and it was the Black Yankees.
Right.
And I asked the guy that was selling the hat, and now keep in mind, now I'm talking about 1985. And he explained to me that it was such a league called the Negro League. And he was selling the Negro League hats and jackets at the time. But I don't want to get off topic, but that was the first time I ever was aware that it was a celebration during Juneteenth because it happened in the month of June. Right. And it was in the back of Boys and Girls High on Fulton Street. So, and then you got to keep in mind, Harlem got a Harlem Week.
Right.
That's like a celebration of African Americans in Harlem. So I don't know. I guess every borough do something real small, but it's never at the Harlem Week is kind of big. I can't front, man. I've been there because that's a whole week.
Right.
Yeah.
So I participated in that. You know, we didn't go the whole week. Me and my boys didn't go the whole week. We probably went 2 days out of the week.
Right.
That was the whole week. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not familiar. The biggest parade that I know that Africans here in America celebrate is the Labor Day parade, the Puerto Rican Day parade, and the Dominican Day parade. That's the stuff I know about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, like, I remember seeing that, but it's crazy that you said that was celebrating June 19th at that time. Because let me tell you what's crazy. When I was going to school, when I was in school, and I was paying attention, they never specified anything with June 19th. That wasn't a point of emphasis with anything.
Okay, well, you know what? I have to inform you that even when I was in school, I never knew about Juneteenth through the public school arena. I never knew about Juneteenth, just like I never was taught about Hannibal.
Right.
Or any specific African individual that moved the needle when it comes to civilization. So that's the history of America, though.
Yeah, and that shit is.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
how they set it up. I mean, it's not to. I just feel like the more you know is dangerous for them. So.
Sure.
Absolutely.
You hit that on the head. Right?
Absolutely. And that's crazy. Like, you know, so basically we all pretty much was watching this movie that shout out to Ava DuVernay.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Ava DuVernay.
Shouts to the big sister.
Where she put together a good strong documentary called The 13th. So big bro to the right of me was like, yo, you know, I want you to really tap into this. And I started watching it because you know how when you go to Netflix and it'll like, you go to something and it'll say resume watching. So I'm like, it's obvious I was watching a little bit of this shit before. You know what I'm saying? I probably was high or something. And I was just probably like, I'll get back to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I put it on my list when you was talking about it. I said, all right, I'm going to go check it out. Wound up checking it out, and I was just like, dang, I ain't gonna lie, I got so many points that I want to address with that shit that, like, I really was writing shit down, like, you know.
Yeah, but I got my stuff written down, too.
Yeah, like, it's a lot. It's a lot, yo. I want y'all out there to know, right? I want the viewers and all the young people, especially the youth, like, this is something, like, y'all need to just know, right? It said the U.S. is 5% of the world's population, okay? But 25% of the world, but we're 25% of the world's prisoners. So do you understand the dynamics of that, bro?
That's 1 in every 4.
That's absolutely. That's 1 in every 4 human beings are being locked up in the land of free. You know what I'm saying?
Those numbers are disgusting.
That's crazy.
Really, like.
As they went from the time jump, and you see how it just keeps going up and up, I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Yo, and look, right, so they said 300,000. It was 300,000 inmates in 72, right? Currently, it's 2.3 million inmates right now. That's the highest incarceration in the world. You know what I'm saying? The numbers is crazy. And that's talking about from 1972, 300,000.
Yep. And every company makes money off of it.
Currently, right now, it's 2 point. You know what I'm saying? It's 2.3 million.
Well,
disgusting.
It's a history for that too. You know, these people are, and now I'm quoting the minister, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but I'm quoting the minister, Minister Farrakhan, when he say, man, that these people are wickedly wise. And what I mean by that is that they was already calculating before they wrote the Emancipation Proclamation. They was already calculating how to keep us enslaved.
Absolutely.
So
how to get around it, yeah.
To the naked eye, it looks like we're freed. we really wasn't freed.
That's crazy.
Because now they let you off of the plantation, but you don't own anything.
Absolutely.
And I don't think a lot of us even think deeply enough to look at that, like to really understand that. They let the slaves go to nothing. They didn't have anything. And I'm talking about 90% of the slaves didn't have anything once slavery was abolished.
Right.
And so now they come up with the Jim Crow laws. And this excellent documentary that the sister put together. It informs you on how all of that followed slavery and how they kept us enslaved.
Right. The jail infrastructures and all that.
Absolutely.
And how it's
The
set up and all
overseer
that
is the
shit.
cop.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
The lawmakers, everything,
Absolutely.
how laws are made.
Right.
That's crazy.
At that time, it was laws that was being made just to make sure that we was beneath the white people.
Those are Jim Crow laws. That's what I'm
Absolutely.
speaking about. Those are the Jim Crow laws, meaning they come up with a law called loitering. There's no loitering, but you just was let off of a plantation,
Right.
right? You don't own anything. You don't have anywhere to go.
Right.
So a lot of slaves found themselves wandering
Right.
around, because you got to keep in mind they wasn't educated. They couldn't read. They couldn't write. They was uneducated. So now they standing around. So now they make a law called loitering. So now they could arrest you now for
Absolutely.
standing in front of
Anywhere.
a
And you ain't have no
convenience
choice but to
store
be there.
or something like that.
Yeah.
You laying around in a park. They can arrest you now because of the Jim Crow laws. And what do they do once you get arrested? They put you back on the chain gang. You know?
I seen Hillary Clinton in them, right? I was watching a documentary and I seen Hillary Clinton. She was basically like, because at a point in time, they used to call our youth like super predators, bro.
Right, yeah. I was,
Like, do you understand what that, like, that's the most, they used to paint pictures of us, right? Like, they would put pictures of black people up, like, images, because obviously people look at the news. So, people, we all guilty of it, you know what I'm saying? We all guilty of it. Like, you start believing what you seeing. So, these white people is believing that, oh, these guys are animals. Look at them. They got us in cuffs and all that. They making us look like animals.
right.
Knowing that this dude didn't even do nothing. He walked down the street and got his ass whooped and all of that and different type of stuff. You know, so it's crazy how they was saying back then, like, oh, get over it, nothing happened, yeah, it was nothing like that. Now we got cameras to show you everything that's going on out here and all that. That shit still don't mean anything.
That's right, because even with the camera, right, this is a machine.
Right.
Racism is a machine. That's something that you learn after years of studying. You clearly understand, or some of the brothers like to use the word overstand. You clearly overstand that racism, it couldn't harm you if it was 2 or 3 people. It's a
Right.
machine that's more effective.
Right.
So once the machine is activated, then it could affect your whole livelihood.
Right.
So you go fishing, and now you a freed slave. So you
Right.
go fishing to go get you and your family some fish, and now all of a sudden you arrested because now you need a license to go fishing.
Yeah.
And this is God's earth. You know, for the people that's religious. For the people that's not religious, pardon me. I don't mean to offend you, but this is God's earth.
These things are not offensive. These are just what they are. Like,
I mean,
I understand, and
I
you
like
know,
to-
yeah, absolutely, you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
I like
because
to
you,
be,
yeah, absolutely.
you know,
I don't blame
I
you
don't
for that.
wanna-
You know,
I don't
Let it
want
be known
nobody
from
to
the
feel
beginning.
away. And I know it's some people that feel like that. You know, some people that they don't even like the term atheist,
Right.
but they just not religious people.
Yeah.
And so, but this is God's earth. And so how is it that you could tell me now I need a license to go fishing to get me something to eat when God put the fish there for me to eat?
Right. Right.
Now you gonna manage the fish in the water. But again, I'll go back to the minister, and like I said earlier, man, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but Minister Farrakhan said, man, like, these people are wickedly wise, meaning that they are wise people,
Yeah, they know.
but
They
they
know the
use their
reactions. of things.
intelligence and their knowledge for some of the worst things.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. And I learned something too, right? I learned Clinton, because you know a lot of people show Clinton love and all that, right? So I learned in '94, he signed a bill or whatever the case is. What was it? Some type of administration bill or whatever the case is.
He put a law in.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. He put a law in. What did he do? He put a law in signing a federal bill, and then he later apologized for it.
Right.
He admitted that he was wrong.
He funded more cops. He
Right.
funded more of all these businesses that, make money off of incarceration. He really, fucked up more than,
No, he did
more
fuck
than
up.
he did good.
He did fuck up.
So
But he admitted it. You know, he later on went back
I
and
mean, he
admitted it.
apologized,
He apologized,
for
you know.
for later, but
Yeah.
still, I mean, you fucked up a lot of homes. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
that's what politicians do, y'all. You know, when
I mean,
we
it is.
yeah, when we do our studies on the history of politics, that's what they've been doing from the beginning of time. I mean, if Lincoln would have lived, he would have apologized.
Yeah.
He would have ended up being an
Yeah.
individual that apologized. Because, you know, it was some things that wasn't quite put together the right way when he started signing laws into play, and because it was bigger than him. You know, it was bigger than him, and we gotta keep in mind, like, cotton at that time was like gold is today. You know, cotton was a heavy commodity, and people wanted it all over the world, not just in America, but people wanted cotton all over the world. So the slaves that picked the cotton, they was making these people rich.
Right.
So when you hear people talking about reparations and things like that, like, they don't know how to pay us. To be honest with you,
Yeah, I know.
like they can't even fathom what to do
Right.
when it comes to reparation for the American black slave. They don't even know how to confront that.
Some people actually got the audacity to feel that we shouldn't get anything. It's crazy. And it's crazy because
Which people are those, though?
you know what people those are. People that got those one-sided minds. These people are you know, they believe in the old ways of how their family was, and they keeping the tradition going. They believe, you know, black should be with black and white should be with white and all that. And, you know, those type of people. Those are old style type of people.
Yep. I mean, it's sad, but
I learned 97% of the people in jail took plea deals. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
because I'd rather take the plea deal rather than have the mandatory sentence, or leaving it up to other people to decide whether I'm gonna do the max time or not.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about that is a lot of these people, it's a high percentage of these people that's taking plea deals that actually didn't do these crimes.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But like you
That's
said,
how
they
the
telling
criminal justice system works.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, I always tell like this, you know, this is how you already know, like, you know, we in Iraq, so we always believe that cops will do whatever the fuck they want to do. Like police, they do whatever they want to do. Like, so if you think, oh, they can't do that, yes, they can. They'll find a way to
They
do it.
can
I'm
do
trying to tell you.
everything,
You know what I'm
everything
saying?
and anything, and they're I mean, for them, I guess it's good, but for us, it's bad because to cover their ass, whoever they got to put under, they put under. I forgot. It's a movie on Netflix. I'm gonna look it up, but it's about what's it about?
Do you remember the title?
No, it was he had got shot for the cigarette. It's on a cigarette.
Oh,
But
you're talking about the
basically-
brother. He didn't get shot. He got choked to death.
So
So
yeah,
Eric Gardner.
Yeah, Eric Gardner.
Yeah.
Eric Gardner, but I think they changed his name in the movie. But it was about the dude, one of his friends, and he had videotaped it, and it's about all the cops. Like they're willing to lie and do whatever. I mean, you know, they're willing to lie, but they're willing to do whatever just to cover their mans, and their mans was a dirty cop.
Yeah. But what I want to know is, I need us to like, is there like a police law handbook that's available to the public?
I don't,
Is that, I
think
mean,
it
is that even
varies from
possible?
state to
Only
state.
reason I'm asking that is because, is there a law that allows them to be able to kill somebody and they're not even defending themselves and just really get away with it? Because like, I need to know if it's something that like, I need to know what the.
I don't know if it's a law on the books that
Hold on.
cloaks evil cops, right? I don't know if it's I'm not familiar with that. But
Evil
what I am
doers.
familiar with is this, right? Is
Right.
that they take an oath to protect the community that they're supposed to be governing, right?
Right.
Or protecting. That's
Right.
a better word. Protecting. And it's something on the books about an imminent threat of death, right? And so, what these cats, the evil ones, all cops ain't evil. I don't want nobody trying to hit us up with all of that. Ain't all cops ain't evil, but it's a lot of evil ones. It is a lot of them. And the ones that I'm talking about right now, right? They use that imminent threat of death as the motive or to harm, mutilate, and murder black, Hispanic, Asian men and women, but more men than women, but we seen the situation with the sister Breonna Taylor, with them knocking down her door under the false pretense that her husband was a drug dealer or something of that nature. And then this brother who, according to the law, has the right to bear arms and protect his family if somebody was to break in his house. And we know that he didn't get charged. All charges was dropped against him and all that. And thank Allah for that. I thank Allah for that.
It only took a year.
But he lost his significant other in the process. Like, he no longer has his significant other, and which is horrible. Like, those of us who had never lost a family member or a loved one to police brutality, we really don't know what that's like. We could assume, but we really don't know what that feeling is. And now we don't know what that brother's really going through right now, psychologically, spiritually, emotionally. We don't know what he's going through.
Yeah,
but Allah,
sure
Allah bless him, man. I hope Allah continue to keep him and guide him.
Yeah.
And he did the right thing. I don't want nobody to get that mixed up.
Oh, no.
Don't get that mixed up, because he didn't know who that was knocking down his door. He laying in bed with his wife. And we know the story of Fred Hampton. When they knocked down his door and gunned him down in the bed with his pregnant wife. Or his pregnant girlfriend.
Crazy.
So he did the right thing. And I'm saluting that brother for doing the right. Protect your family. All black individuals who have the right to bear arms and who have legal license to have firearms in their homes. If anybody break in your house, that's the natural response.
Absolutely.
Let's don't try to play around it, because if he was a white individual, it wouldn't be looked at in the way that it's looked at when it's us.
Right.
But we know that history, and there's a lot of people that's listening to us right now that know that history.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot. It was a lot. I learned a lot behind that documentary.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I'm gonna end up watching again. I'm sure I'm gonna end up watching again.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again too. It's one of them joints that you have to. It's just like a really good book, like for the listener, right? It's a book by G.M. James, and it's called Stolen Legacy. If you haven't read it, read it. Please, brothers and sisters, read it. That's a book that once you read it, you are going to read it more than one time. It's one of those books that it's a very good read. It got a lot of valid information inside of it, and salute to the brother G.M. James.
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely look into that. Definitely. It's another book he was telling me about too. I'm gonna look into too. I forgot. I gotta write this shit down. I always write them down anyway. I'll be writing them down on my moped.
Let me think of. I gave you a few books. I gave you
It was something I remember.
Before the Mayflower by
right. I might have been knowing what you was talking about.
Lerone Bennett. Now this book, for the listener, this book is like a reference book. It's like one of those books where, if you want to look at a certain part of history, maybe the 1920s or the 1930s, it has that history logged in this book for you to pick up and read. But I also remember telling you about a book called Without Sanctuary.
That's the one. That's the one you told me. That's the one I remember.
And Without Sanctuary is a book that it has photos of many different lynchings that took place in America, on American soil. And one of the pictures that, I've seen this picture, just for the listeners' understanding, right? I've seen this picture when I was a kid, and it was one of them pictures that never left me. I don't know exactly what I was watching, but my old dad, may Allah be blessed with his soul.
God
My
bless.
old dad had us looking at PBS one night, and he was one of them dudes, like, he'll pull up the PBS and we'll sit
That's
in
Channel
front of the
13,
TV.
right?
Yeah, Channel 13. And we'll look at documentaries about jazz and Africans in history and stuff like that. But one night we was looking at it, right? And it was dealing with slavery. And it showed this famous picture of a man who was hung, and it was a wood fire underneath his body, and it was a little Caucasian girl, no older than 9, and she was facing the camera, and the smile that was on her face, it imprinted on my psyche. I never could forget that picture.
Right.
And years later, I want to shout out my boy Powerful right now, which is a mentor of mine. I love this brother, man. But back in the days, he went by another name, but Powerful, he know who he is, man. But he let me read this book, and the book was called Without Sanctuary. And in that book, it was that same picture, and it brought me back to the age of maybe 10 or 11 when the first time I seen that picture. And I never forgot that picture. But it was the smile on this little white girl's face that I believe it affected me most of my life. Just how she found it so welcoming to see a human being hung and burnt at the stake, and thought that it was like such a beautiful thing.
That's crazy.
And I'm gonna try to locate that picture so you and Steph could see it, man. And I'm
You
gonna
have to
try
show
to
that
bring
for the
it
next
with
one.
us
For the next one.
on our next podcast so the people could see it too. Right. But it's a horrible sight. But
Crazy.
one of the other pictures that stayed with me was they hung a mother and her child from a bridge. And they was hanging over the water. The mother and her child. Her child was no older than 4.
Oh,
But this is the ruthlessness that we had to survive.
Right.
You talk about post-traumatic what?
Yeah, we gotta just deal with our shit, right?
We still suffering, man. Black people today.
That's what
We ain't-
Anthony
that's
Davis
what I
was talking
learned.
about.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I ain't gonna lie. What I learned and what I took away from that documentary, I took away that we ain't too far from slavery. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We not too far from slavery
It's
right
just
now
that
in
it's
this
not-
day and age.
And when I say this,
It's
I don't
not-
want nobody to hit me too heavy, but it's just not as brutal. Where they could just run down in your house and take your little sister or take your aunt or take
Right.
your mother and just do
Right.
with them sexually what they wanted to do. And let's believe this, man. They used to take little boys too
Oh, I'm sure.
and do with them whatever they wanted to do. And see, the brother, I can't call his name out right now, but he put a lot of his money into doing the movie Birth of a Nation, which is about the new Birth of a Nation that
Right.
was about Nat Turner.
Right.
And he put his money behind his own movie, but they blacklisted him after that.
You don't want to say his name?
Of course.
I just can't remember his name.
Oh,
It's
and
not that
his
I-
name is like Nat Turner. I think his name is like Nat Turner.
Well, his name is not Nat Turner.
I think it is. I think it's like something
Nah.
similar to that.
If you this brother,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I don't know if Steph is familiar with this movie, but it was a movie called The Great Debaters.
Great debate.
And this brother was the dark-skinned brother in The Great Debaters. And he was supposed to be the one that debated Harvard, but the younger brother
Right.
who played in the Black Panther movie, he was the one who ended up debating Harvard.
Right.
But anyway, let me stay on key. But he put his money behind this movie, and he was the actor who played Nat Turner.
Right.
But they blacklisted him after he did the Nat Turner story.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, I
From
want both
after.
of y'all to watch that too.
Yeah, I ain't
Y'all
seen
know
and
how I
I should
do.
have seen that.
Look.
Because that was in the movies.
Y'all know
couple
how I
years.
do. I want us to always be abreast of this kind of information.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
it's important for us to know these things, because one way or the other, we got to get this information to our children. And when I say children, I don't mean naturally your biological children. I'm talking about you might have children. He got a daughter. I know for sure.
Yeah, I ain't got
And
no
anytime I'm around Riley, I'm gonna make sure that if I could tell her something that's gonna help her,
I let that be known.
yeah, I'm gonna give her that
I
information.
ain't got no kids.
That's a good thing, though.
It is.
That's a good thing. 'Cause you want to be ready for children too.
Right. Listen, hey
definitely.
man.
I'm a mom. It's definitely, you know.
God
it's a
bless
task
you.
in itself.
God bless you, Steph. That you a
up.
mother.
Word up. Word.
And anytime when you got that kind of feeling where you listen, just remember God blessed you to have children.
Word. Word.
Don't never look at that as anything else. He blessed you to have a child. Because there's some of us
I
like
worked hard for my child.
I got family members that don't have any children. Like their whole life. Like I got an older cousin, which was my favorite cousin growing up, man. She don't got one child, and she clearly in her 50s. Clearly. She's older than me. I'm 53. She clearly like 58, 59. She don't got one child. But God bless her, but she didn't have any children.
Right.
So that's a blessing to me. I don't know how y'all see it, but
No,
you
it's
can-
a blessing.
when
It's a
you're
blessing
able to
either
see-
or. It's a blessing. It's a blessing
when
either
you're
or.
able to see a spawn of yourself,
Yeah, I know. I already know.
I mean, it's a gift
But look,
and a
don't get it
curse.
twisted
I don't
though.
know.
You know, if it happened, when it happens, it's gonna happen. That's how I look at
Blessing.
it. Right.
That's
You know
how
what
I
I'm
see
saying?
it.
Now, I'm good with kids. Kids
Blessing.
fuck with me all day. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love my children, man.
Oh, I'm sure.
I love my
He got a
children.
lot of kids.
Yeah.
I got
He
grandkids
got a
too.
lot of kids. He got a lot of God.
I got bad godchildren.
That's
Right?
a fact.
I'll sit them on these
They
niggas.
all run down on me.
Whoa. What up, goddaddy? What up?
that's maybe
I got a
his
million
position.
nieces
That's
and
maybe his
nephews.
position.
Official.
Yeah. Might be his
Shout out to
position.
Chicago, man. My
You know,
Chicago
the more
family.
money he put in his pocket, the more he could do for his God kids. You know, without leaving anybody out. And that's a blessing in itself as it is. Sure.
Yeah, I seen some nut shit the other day, right? So, right now niggas is getting stimulus checks right now, right?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to y'all niggas, man.
Right.
It ain't that serious, bro.
Can't
It ain't that serious, bro.
$40
Niggas is out here killing people. Homie just killed in Indianapolis. He just killed like 4 people. Killed his girlfriend and 3 other people in the crib and all that.
Mental situation.
Admitted to doing it and all that. And come on, bro. We got to do better, man. Come
Horrible
on, bro.
situation.
Over $1,200? Oh,
And
if she had kids, what? I know they give you an extra.
She
amount.
Wasn't one of the
They have
wasn't
a
the
kid
baby
together.
his baby?
Yeah, they
Probably
have a
was.
kid together.
Right?
They was together, right?
Oh Lord.
They
That was-
had a
that was-
they have a 6-month-old together. He dropped the baby off at his sister's house,
Okay.
shot the girlfriend, shot them people in the house, and stole some of their money.
So she got more than $1,400 because I heard if you got a kid, you get a little bit extra, right?
Yeah, you get
Oh,
like
yeah, so
20,
she got-
24, 2,600.
He got 2 stacks or something like that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I would have rather you. No disrespect. Don't take this no way. I'm just saying. If you had to do something, bro, I would have rather you just robbed her, bro. I wouldn't. You ain't have
Right.
to kill her or nothing like that, bro. Like, all of them.
Well,
at
let me
that
ask
point,
you and
excuse me.
Steph
God
something
bless.
though. Now I'm gonna pose this question to you and
God
Steph.
bless, man. Sorry to the families too. That's crazy.
What do you, when you look at that situation, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that brother was mentally disturbed?
Either that or desperate. He had to be in a
Yeah.
situation where you ain't see no other way out but that. Because you ain't even come off with all the money from all of them.
Nah,
You in jail. Now what did you do? You did all that for
Oh,
what?
I'm about to say that he got the money. They said he got the money. You know what I'm saying?
but
But
he
he in
did
jail.
what? He
Yeah, he
got
in jail.
caught.
He can't. You know what I'm saying? But he got the bread. But my thing is with that is just like, come on, bro. You could have did. It's a whole.
That's
different
not
way you
even.
could've went
That's
about
not
that,
even.
man.
I'm not saying that there's a good amount of money to put on somebody's head, but that amount of money is not worth it.
Nah, and,
Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
and it could have been a mental situation. I don't know. But
Well,
I'm
you
just
know,
saying
right?
like.
No. Oh, look. So wait. I think they got into an argument. Yeah, because he wanted a piece of her that she said
Right,
no.
right. He wanted some
half.
of the money. He wanted some of the
half.
bread. That's
he
what it was
wanted
about.
half
And she said no.
of her check
Because of the baby.
and she said no, and she was willing to give him like $400 or something like that, but he wanted half of her check. He felt like he deserved half of that sister's check. But now
So I don't think the brother was mental.
I want us to stay zeroed in though on
Maybe,
the
yeah.
mental part of this, like the psyche of an individual that would say that I'm gonna go and kill all of these people for $1,400 or $2,600. Hey, let's make it $2,600.
Right.
$2,600, right? Like, look, I grew up in a time, and I'm just being authentic.
Right.
I grew up in a time where I know some cats, man, that died over coats, a sheepskin coat, a leather bomber, a pair of Cazal glasses. And I know brothers that actually did bids 20 years, 25 years, 15 years for killing an individual for his coat or his glasses. And when we look at that, right, as a people now, I'm asking, as a people, do we think that, okay, because, I got a sibling that'll tell you straight up, I'm in the streets.
Right.
But because we in the streets, do we have to be like, do we just don't think ever? Like, we just don't put value on a person's life ever?
Yeah.
Now, I'm saying that because I'm talking about a person that he guns a person down or stabs a person for a pair of sneakers or for a jacket. Like this cat, we could connect him to that because it's $2,000 you could get a coat.
Mm-hmm.
$2,000 you could get a pair of Yeezys.
Right.
A pair of sneakers is $2,000. So is a life worth really just that much? A pair of sneakers? That's all it's worth? Is a pair of sneakers? I mean, you willing to snuff somebody's whole future out for a pair of sneakers or a chain or a pair of glasses?
That's gonna run out.
One of the youngest people was 7 years old. The kid was 7 years old, 20s. The other two people were like in their 20s, 30s, like early, young.
Right.
Shit crazy.
I'm just asking a question because when you
God
look
bless
at that,
them and
right,
their families,
what I'm saying to you and Jay is, right,
Yeah.
when we start doing our homework on this stuff, right, it's documented that in America, they started shutting down mental facilities that would give you help. They started shutting them joints down in the 50s. They started getting rid of them joints in the 50s. They started getting rid of them joints. So by time, now look, I'm older than everybody that's at the table right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming of age in 1980. I'm coming of age. I'm all 12 years old. 1980. I'm all 12 years old. So now I'm blooming around the time of this cat, Ronald Reagan. And he was a major part of that documentary that we all watched, the 13th.
Absolutely.
Because he was the one that put his stamp on, he approved the war on drugs.
On drugs. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying, right? If they started shutting down these mental institutions in the 50s, that means by the 70s, they all was almost all gone. But I don't want to misguide anybody. I'm not into that right there.
But
there are mental institutions that's open today. But you know what they practice?
what's that?
A short stay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stay there long.
Get you in
You
and
could
out.
Because
come.
meds cost money.
That's right.
Absolutely. They
Money,
need you in and out.
You get diagnosed, then you get put right back out the door.
They need
Let
you to keep
society
going back and
deal
forth.
with you.
Word up.
So then, when you see these brothers and sisters that, specifically here in New York, you see these brothers and sisters that's lingering around in the train stations. They aggressive now. They pushing up on you for money.
Yep.
Yo, what's up?
Yo,
you got $5?
Check this out.
Yeah.
Absolute. Yo, that's crazy you said that. Because, yo, nigga was on the train the other day. Nigga was like, yo, he straight up just act. He said, yo, you got $5?
Yeah.
I said, oh, my man, straight to the point. $5? Come on, bro. You doing too much, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I remember one time I was going to Popeyes, right? Nah, I ain't give him shit. He ain't even ask me. He was asking niggas on the train. He ain't ask me. He ain't come on my side. He came on the train and then went the other side. Nah, I'd have told you if he asked me, because the story would have been different. I'd have been told you about that.
That would turned into something.
I would have gave him a makatu or something. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, what?
Alright, what the fuck is you talking about, dude? You got the audacity.
Pardon me, y'all. Pardon me. I know I shouldn't be.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember I was with this a few years ago, right? I was with I was with this broad I used to deal with, right? So we stopped at the gas station. It's on my way to one of my games or whatever. Matter of fact, this when we was playing Uptown, nigga. Remember when we was playing in the tournament Uptown?
Oh yeah.
Me, you, Jose, God bless the dead. You know what I'm saying? So we on our way up to the game or whatever the case is, and we gotta stop, get some gas. So I go to put the shit in the car and all that. The dude like, I got it, brother, I got it. I'm like, nah, it's all good, homie, I got you. So he like wiping down the car and all that and all. I'm like, here, man. I was like, hey, I'll give you a little change and all that. He's like, hey, man, won't you go in the car, man, ask your lady if she got some change. I'm like, nah, she ain't got no change, bro. I'm like, yo, look, hold on, check this out. He like, she ain't got no, I'm like, she ain't got no change, bro. He like, see, he said, see, now you working on bad karma. I said, yo, dude, fuck you think you, I said, yo, bro, I'm about to get my money back from you, my nigga. Real shit. Nah, young player. I'm like, yo, I got in the car, my nigga. I just was like, damn, son. I had to laugh, but I was just like, that shit is crazy. The nigga really told me, go ask her. Like, yo, go ask that pretty young thing if she got some change. I'm like, she ain't got no change, bro. Immediately, the nigga was just like,
Lucky you don't get
nah, yo. Immediately, the nigga just said, yo, now you working on bad karma.
talking to, dude.
I'm like,
You lucky.
yo, 5 seconds into it, that's when I realized. I said, oh, this nigga talking shit too? I said, oh, man, you better take that 82 cent I just gave you and get the fuck out of my face, nigga.
But yeah, T, these cats, because they shut down these mental institutions,
Yeah.
that's why
That
we
nigga
see
probably
some of
was
the crimes that we see. Because let's be honest, right? If it's not somebody that's abusing some type of hallucinatic drug, right?
Yeah.
Who else is knocking a 70-year-old lady over the head to try to rape her?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I
That's
ain't gonna lie. When I be
that's
hearing
some
shit
type
like
of
that, that's
mental
Yeah.
sickness.
I be feeling. I ain't gonna lie. I be feeling the way seeing old people crossing the street, my nigga. I be looking. I be wanting to make sure they get across the street safely and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So so to even do something like that, to even think to even rob an old lady or do something like
you
that,
gotta
to
be
try,
off.
yeah, you got to
No
like,
good.
Come on, man.
Now look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? I could look at Gladys Knight and I could find Gladys Knight still attractive. She's clearly in her 60s,
Right,
maybe 70,
right,
right? But I'm not knocking Gladys Knight over the head
right.
to get the box. That come on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I might shoot a shot at her.
Right.
What's happening, sexy, or whatever. But come on. I mean, no.
Yeah,
And I believe she's still an attractive woman in her late 60s or early 70s. I still think she's attractive. But no, I'm not busting her over the head. Nah, something is wrong with these cats. But I want us to remember that because they started shutting down these mental institutions in the 50s,
Right.
it's hardly place for these people to be taken care of. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so they just wandering all over North America right now.
Right.
And I don't know what's going on. Well, let me say, I don't know what's going on in Canada. But what'd he say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spit it out a little bit. But yeah,
But yeah.
that's what's up. Hey yo, you see what's going on Saturday? Damn, you don't be honest. You don't fuck with the social media, but
Not like that.
shout out to the hip hop legends.
Who is that? Which one?
Ray and Ghost got a versus going on Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
That
Raekwon and
purple tape was
Ghostface.
sick.
You know who Raekwon and
Ghostface
Ghostface
and
is?
who?
Ghostface and Raekwon.
Can't front on that
Wu-Tang.
Iron Man neither.
Down what?
Oh, you know Wu-Tang. You know who Raekwon
No, they're
and
on what though?
oh they on the verses. They doing the verses.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, of course you know.
That
Wu-Tang.
purple tape With the sick
course.
thing
Start popping
that
up.
the Wu
Of
put
course.
out,
Start popping
man.
up today.
What?
That purple tape is that shit.
Purple tape was crazy. Shout out to Raekwon the chef, man.
Absolutely.
God, big.
Word up. Peace.
You put that together, Black.
I ain't even gonna hold you
I
up.
can't even be mad at you,
At
man.
all. Yeah, he did
That
that.
purple tape
Yeah, he did
had
that.
New York on fire.
Don't get it twisted.
Nobody will deny that. Man.
At all. That shit is a classic album. That Supreme Clientele was fire too. Don't get it twisted. That Supreme Clientele was
I like that Iron Man too. That
Yeah, the
Iron Man was
tough
wicked.
too. Tony
What
Stark.
awards came off of that?
Yeah. My man, Tony Starks. Hey, yo, if you had a chance to see a versus right now, who would your versus be right now? Like, who would your...
Hold up. Run that by me one more time.
If you had a chance to have a versus, like, who would you want to see in a versus?
Him versus him?
No. In terms of anybody, who would you want to see in the versus? Like, both of y'all, who would y'all want to see in the versus?
Making a song together?
Nah.
Going at each other.
Nah,
Yeah,
they
like-
going back and forth
Back and-
with
like,
each other
yeah.
with
Okay.
their music.
You know what I think would be entertaining? Jay-Z versus Jadakiss.
That's not going... I bet. Nah. Jay-Z versus Jada, that would be interesting, but I don't think it would, I think Hov would go get it, though.
I'm just saying, you asked me a question.
Nah, that's what you... Yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Jadakiss and Jay-Z.
That's a good one.
Because those are two dudes that they are verbal assassins. Both of them.
Right.
Verbal assassins. When you get that cat, Jay-Z, man, on some bullshit, he gonna bring it to you hard.
Right.
And when him and Nas went at it, I appreciated that battle.
Right.
For real, I appreciated that.
Right.
I'm not giving nobody the W on that. Like a lot of critics, they give Nas the W on that. But I don't give nobody a W on that because just as hard as Nas went in, let's be for real, man.
I'll give it the whole because his
Jay
shit
went in
was facts. He
hard
had
too,
factual
man.
things in his shit.
You know,
man.
but
what I'm saying?
we know that it's fans on both sides.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely. I
Nas
fuck
just
with
like I
Nas,
love
absolutely.
Jay, man. Jay, a star dude just like me. But I'm not just hand down in it to Jay.
Oh, I mean,
Jay went in. But
yeah.
Nas went in too.
Yeah.
Ether was official. Let's keep it real. Ether was official.
Yeah, it was a good song. It was good.
I just don't like when dudes be comparing my thing personally. I just
Right.
don't be like when dudes be comparing Tupac to Biggie. Like
Why
that,
y'all-
you
why
know,
y'all
have
like
your
that?
way at it, man. But stop it. To me, stop it, man.
Oh, we
You
gonna
gotta
get
be joking.
Well, who you want? Who your versus be? Steph.
No, I already seen the ones that I wanted was Jeezy and Gucci and who was the other one? Fab and Jada. Those are the ones I wanted to see.
I wouldn't mind seeing Redman and Meth go at each other because they both got their own
Okay,
content.
those is buddies.
They can't. Can
Nah,
they go
but-
back? Can,
Yeah, they got
they
their
can't-
own
they're on the same,
catalogs.
They can't.
They
Oh,
got their
okay.
own catalog. I'm just saying. On
They
some,
buddies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah, but that'd still be a good versus though in terms of
Yeah,
their records and all.
Yeah,
Don't
it'd be
get it twisted.
entertaining.
Redman got some shit. I ain't gonna
Meth
lie.
do too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Meth do too.
Absolutely. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Redman is probably
I
one of the
fuck with
most
both of
slept
them.
on. I think Redman one of the most slept on rappers, bro. I ain't
don't
gonna
know
lie.
why. Well, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna agree with that. But to me, he not. You know, not to me.
Well, that's because you in tune.
Yeah,
and-
I follow.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
follow hip hop for real. Like
You in tune.
I'm gonna be honest. Like
And they a good showman. They give a good
nowadays,
show.
I'm not in tune like I was in the '80s and the '90s and the early 2000s.
Right.
And I'm just being honest with the listener. But I'm be honest with you, man. Some of these, a lot of these cats that's out today, and I'm not. Like I said on our last broadcast, I don't be hating on these young dudes, man. Get your money, man. You know, get your paper up because you got to take care of your family. So get your paper up. But
Absolutely.
a lot of these cats ain't lyrical. We got to be honest too, though. Like,
Yeah.
No,
You-
everything is just it's catchy. It sound nice. It
Right,
sound
right.
good.
That's
and-
it.
And a lot of that shit, I understand. It's like it serves its purpose. Everything serves its purpose. You got your one hit wonders. They gotta serve their purpose. This shit is like to a degree. I don't understand. It's just like it's certain MCs that we know that's nicer than all these motherfuckers that you hear about, but they'll never get that type of like play like that. I don't know if it's
See, when it's-
marketing or
historically, when hip hop was founded, right, and it started finding its way to the charts, right? and we got a hold of a dude like Slick Rick.
Right.
Shout out to Slick Rick. We got a hold to a dude like Slick Rick. Slick Rick to this day is one of the best storytellers. Like that dude is one of the best storytellers, right? So if I compare today a dude like J. Cole to a Slick Rick, I wouldn't be out of bounds, man, because J. Cole tell a good story, man. Like,
That's my dude right there.
I like when he put his lyrics down on the track, man, because that cat, when you follow him, he paint the picture precisely, and I could appreciate that. And that's just, to me, like when I was a younger cat, that's how Rick was, man. Slick Rick was the dude that he told you that story, and when he told you the story, you really could see the painting that this dude was putting together, man. When he did Children's Story, let's give that dude. But I know he get his props, man. But that dude was one of the best storytellers ever, man, in hip hop, and he was one of the first of his kind. Now, of course, I don't want Melly Mel to feel left out, but Melly Mel did the message and White Lines, and then I don't remember too much of nothing after that. Just to be, precise, I don't remember too much after that. But the message for me was one of the first times I heard a dude heard a dude paint a picture. Was the message, for me. And for all of the listeners, maybe that's something that y'all want to go back and check out, man. And listen to how he painted that picture, man. Yo, he painted a hell of a picture.
I fuck with that shit. I ain't gonna lie, I would like to see J. Cole and Kendrick versus too. If I could get that. I would like that too.
Kendrick.
That'd be hard.
Kendrick's is my dude. Shout out to the West Coast. They be building them up.
That was a nice little breeze that just came through here.
Him.
Oh yeah. Speaking of breeze, we got hold on, we gotta take a little weather break. Reporting live from Chicago. We'll see what the weather's like going on in Chicago. You know we universal with it.
No doubt.
Panama Jack. What we got going on over there? All right. That was Panama Jack, everybody. Yeah. So, but yeah, man. What else is going on out there in the world? Steph, what's going on out there in Florida, man?
Nothing. Our governor don't care about us, so we'll be outside.
Why you say that? So y'all outside?
They don't. It's a red state. Everybody's outside. Everything open. Not like I went over there and I couldn't even do nothing. Yeah, everything open over here. We open for business.
They opening up. It says 75% of the restaurants you could there's capacity or whatever the case is.
Where in New York?
Yeah, but the crazy shit is I remember our owner was like, how the fuck I'm gonna do 75% capacity and do social distancing too? Like, how the fuck is that gonna work? So obviously they ain't gonna really have to. It's not gonna work.
It's not. It'd be like they tell you to wear your mask to go into the club, and then it's regular. Everybody's right next to each other, so it don't make no sense.
Hey, Steph, I got a question.
What's up?
If you was confronted with being a participant in a beauty pageant, would you do it?
I don't know. I mean, I have before, as a kid, and I just, what really threw it for me was Renee Ramsey, and I'm sorry that's bad, but that's what came to my mind, and I won't do it.
Okay.
John Renee Ramsey.
Because as a kid growing up, it was in my head, there was, I don't know.
I just threw that out there because you my co-host, and I think the viewers could see that you a cutie. But if you was approached with that,
talk about it.
Would you
I don't
participate?
Know. A lot goes into it. It's I don't know. And then we females are vicious, and I'm not with none of that because I fight. So,
okay. No, I respect that.
I have time for none of that.
For real, I respect it.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy.
I appreciate you though.
Hey yo, shout out to the fucking sports teams that's representing New York, man. Shout out to the Nets. Shout out to the fucking Knicks. We both in the playoffs
that's
right
now.
now.
That's my dudes right there.
I ain't even gonna use a Knicks fan for real. We fuck with the Knicks too. What you talking about? We fuck with the Knicks.
All my life.
Knicks fan?
Yeah.
But I got my teams away from New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like the
Absolutely.
Giants, I fuck with the Giants, but my team that I fuck with is the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that. You know?
It's just that my boy,
Who that? On the Knicks?
what's my boy name, man?
Off the Knicks?
He haven't played the last like 3 games or last 2 games.
Not
Derek Fisher. No, not Derek Fisher.
Derek Rose.
Derek Rose.
He
my
said Derek
bad.
Fisher. I'm like, Derek Fisher ain't playing about 5 years. Nigga, shit.
Yeah,
So I said, Derek
But
Fisher
yeah.
playing?
No.
Yeah,
team
man,
he
he didn't
playing
play
on?
the last 2 games, so. And I'm looking for him to get off of that bench, man, or get healthy. And I'm gonna send that out to him, man. I hope you get healthy,
Yeah,
man. 'cause
shout
we
out to
need you
y'all,
on
man.
the
Shout
floor.
out to D Rose.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie,
D-Rose,
D
man.
Rose is yo.
Beast.
Y'all remember how D Rose used to be, my nigga? This nigga used to be getting
Before he
Still a
started hurting
beast.
himself
What?
everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
He's still a beast.
He still
right
is.
now.
He still is.
The Knicks is missing him right now.
Absolutely.
He played one
Tibbs,
game.
Still my
Tibbs,
team.
Tibbs know what he doing. He went and got his team back. He know what he doing.
Yeah,
He was
Thibodeau.
like, yep. He got
Yeah,
my
he a
boy
good
Todd
coach,
over there.
man.
Shout out to Todd.
Shout
Fort
out to
Greene in the
Tom
building.
Thibodeau.
Fort Greene in the building. Shout out to y'all.
You know?
D Rose, a Chicago, New York nigga. He remind me of a New York nigga. But I ain't gonna lie, Chicago's like that anyway. They remind me of us, like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They
Oh, no, never been out there.
oh no, you
Chicago?
will love it. Yeah, you will love it. You will love it. Yeah, that's my
Well, I don't know, man. Maybe we could broadcast one of our shows from Chicago.
I look
We
forward
could
to it.
pull
That
I'm
would be
already,
dope.
I'm already in the talks to that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Word.
Yeah, shout out to Tay, man. Shout out to my cousin Tay. He got a clothing line.
We just got to
Him and
monitor,
my,
man. We got to check
my
in, though,
cousin,
because we don't
Boom,
want them
his son.
GDs and them BDs fools.
Nah, we good. Trust me.
Crazy,
We
man. You know,
we
them
good on
niggas
that end.
be-
We
Them
good.
niggas
We
be
good on
acting
that.
crazy out there,
Yeah,
man.
we good on that.
We
end.
got to check in
I'ma just-
before we roll out.
We good on that end. I'ma just leave it at that. We good at he'll test to it. We good on that end. I'ma just leave it at that.
Keeping it up top.
Nah,
see?
look, team. We good, team.
Okay.
You know what
I'm
I'm
just,
saying?
you know,
Yeah, we good.
I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I'm,
I'm
a
saying?
little,
I'll tell you when I come back.
I'm a little older, and I do, you know, I ain't just bragging or nothing,
Absolutely.
man, but I keep a firearm too. I just,
I fuck with Chicago. That's why I love
and them
it.
cats
I
act
love
all
Chicago.
crazy
That's
with
why
us
I
or whatever,
fuck
man,
with
because we ain't
Chicago.
check
I love
in.
Chicago. Wow. But nah, shout out to Cuz though. They got a clothing line. The hoodie you be seeing me with, the Money Holics hoodie. I
Oh,
wore it in
okay.
the first episode. I wore it today
Tell
already too. I
Cuz
just took it
I
off. 'cause it's
need
hot.
one of those, man.
I got you.
Me and Steph, we need one of those.
Yeah, shout out to my whole
So
fam
we
out
can
there,
have
the
them on when
Richmond.
we go through.
Shout out to
You
Taste,
know,
Yeah.
Tina, Poon, Mari, Taylor. Love you. I'll see you soon. Actually, I'm gonna see you in a little while. Let me see. What else?
I hear you, Steph.
Who I miss? Shout out to the dog. What's the dog name again? Gotti.
Yo, did
Say
you
hello,
see?
y'all.
Sorry to cut you off. Did you
Okay.
see in the news? This dude killed his wife, put her in the freezer, and then told his
Yo.
kids that she left and abandoned them.
Yo,
Wow, really?
absolutely. But you know what's crazy though? That happened a few years ago. I found out. But
Wow.
he like escaped.
2014.
Word. He
You
took.
ain't gonna tell me that
2014, he
that's not a
killed
mental
her.
problem, though. That's a mental
He's a
sickness.
he's the ex-Navy though.
Yeah, he was in the Navy. That could be.
Okay.
Now look, I could
Almost
believe that's
everybody
mental.
That comes out the
That-
Right, I
military,
could believe
though.
that's more mental because he came out of the service. You don't know
You
the
sign up
traumas
to
he
the
done
military.
seen
Yeah,
and all
you
that.
come back not the same.
Yeah, but he put her in the freezer and told the
Never.
kids that she abandoned him. He was rocking for 2 years.
Yeah,
Then he
because
tried to
what
then he tried to
happened
dump the
was,
body, right? I think he tried to dump the body or some shit.
nah, he hid her in the fridge. He put her in the fridge. He froze her ass.
Yeah, no, I'm saying after he froze her. That's what he
Oh.
did. He froze her for the 2
Oh.
years. He put her in the freezer, kept her in the freezer for 2
Mm-hmm.
years. Then he moved. When he moved, he tried to dump the body in a river or some shit like that. And that's when the body came up, and that's how they caught him and all that.
Yeah.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So-
because apparently she was cheating. So they got into it. He stabbed her, and
Yeah, he
she wanted to take the money and the kids. And
Right. She wanted to take $1,000 out the bank account, or a little over
$1,000.
$1,000 out the bank account.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with that one.
Yeah, it
Wow,
happened.
that's
a few years.
horrible, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, I was like, yo, like it's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That's man. God bless, man. God bless.
That's the society that we living in, though, man. Like, go back to this brother out there in Indianapolis, man. Indiana, man. This dude
Yeah.
killed a
over
little
this-
child, you know, over a stimulus check, man. what America needs to do, one of the things that America needs to do is address the mental assistance
Yep.
that a lot of the population needs. And then, believe it or not, a lot of the prison population will start dropping even more.
Absolutely.
If they deal with these mental issues that these people are dealing with, man. Because when you knock a 75, 78, 80-year-old lady over the head and try to rape her,
Yeah, you
right?
different, bro. You different.
Something is wrong with you. That's
You
not
different.
no. Something is wrong with you.
Yeah,
You know what I
different,
mean?
bro.
And like I said earlier, like I believe that Gladys Knight is a beautiful woman, even at the age that she is now. But I'm not gonna pop her in her head to try to. Nah, it's like something is wrong with you when you do stuff like that.
Yeah, that shit is different, bro.
And we need to address that.
Weird.
America, these people that our families and our friends put in office. I'm a voter now. I want everybody to know.
That's what's
I
up.
got my voting rights back.
That's what's up.
And I'm a voter now. I'm a registered voter. So
I feel that's even crazy, to be honest with you, because I feel once you do your time and you give your time and your
That's
death to
it.
society, you should be able to. Come on, man.
but that's
Yep.
see, that go back to the Jim Crow laws
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they try to disarm you so that you won't be able to assist
Right.
in whatever the movement is. So if voting is the movement, like we want to vote somebody in or we want to vote somebody out. So what they do is they take young black men and flood the prison system with them.
Right.
And so now when you come home, you don't have the right to vote anymore. That's another one of those Jim Crow
Yeah, they
laws.
said that in the documentary too. That the more they don't want
Absolutely.
everybody to be able to vote.
No, not at all.
Absolutely.
That's
Because
too much.
it
Because
takes
now
away
you have
our
a say, 'cause
power.
we-
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's
Overpower the
power
system.
in numbers, and
You
there's
overpower the system.
Absolutely.
You know? But it's just so it's just so crazy, man. I don't know. I feel a way about the Black Lives Matter movement because I found out a white dude started it, and it's like, I
If
mean,
you
know
really
what,
look
though,
into
bruh?
it, yeah.
I don't want you to feel like that, though. You know why? Historically, right? White people,
always stuck in, put
they
it in.
get behind the movement, knowing that the movement is something that could be helpful or is right on time.
Right.
They get behind the movements and they usually have what's tokened as the complexion, the connection for the complexion, or the complexion for the connection. And so white people always played a role, and we got to be honest about that too. The NAACP was founded by Caucasian people.
I heard.
You know, we know of W.E.B. Du Bois, right? We know of him, and we know that he was the face.
That's what it is.
He was the face of the NAACP, right?
Right.
And I'm not saying that brother, please don't be coming at me sideways. I know that brother had more to do with just being the face, but
Right.
for black people, for
Shit,
the
way
Africans
more.
here in America, he was known as the face of the NAACP.
Right.
So he brought more African Americans to the organization. But behind the scenes, I want to say this guy's name right, Spingarn. What's his name?
Who that is?
Spingarn was the Jewish guy
Oh, okay. I was about to ask you what it is.
that actually funded the NAACP.
Right.
And he was a white Jewish guy, you know what I mean? But
What time?
when you look at a lot of big movements, it usually was a Caucasian person behind it. Like, you know, I don't want the Christians to be mad at me, but Jesus is white in the picture.
That's the picture they portrayed us.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's
Jesus
the picture
is
they
white.
And no, that's
In
the
the
picture they
picture.
portrayed us.
And you know, I'm not mad at him.
Right.
You know, but
I know the deal.
when we do our studies, we know who he really is, though. No, I'm not going into that right now.
Yeah, we don't got to, but I'm just saying stuff is this is official lab, man. Everything is what it is.
Official lab, yeah, I
Man.
like
You know
that.
what I'm
Right
saying?
there.
Everything's
Yeah,
official.
though, but
You know, so it's just, man, that's a lot.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Yo, you know what's so crazy? Hey,
Let
Steph.
me know.
I'm letting you know now. I wanna. I think I might implement a little something, a little sneaky little situation. You know.
What's that?
You know.
What's that?
I got some young ladies. I used to do this. I used to do this Instagram live, right? I got a lot of traction for it, right? It was called Naughty Nights with J Majors, right? I used to get a lot of traction on there, right?
Okay.
Shaking their ass, doing something for a little change, but no change. Ain't nobody was giving no change, but they was doing something strange. You know what I'm saying? But listen, my whole point in saying all that is, I think, you know, my inbox been getting hit up. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna
implement that.
yeah, it might be some booty shaking going on, a little shump for or something.
That's
But nah, it's
fine.
gonna be
You know, I
nah,
live
but
we
for
gotta
Tory
choose
Lane.
a
Is
date
it
for
something like
that, though,
Tory
right?
Lane? Is it like Tory Lane's live? Because I really enjoy his live.
yeah, well, we gonna keep it respectful, you know, but you know.
I mean, not that, you know, crazy,
yeah,
but
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, we still trying to be informed for the kids and all that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, we adults here too. But other than that, man, I don't know what else we are.
That sounds good. That
Hey, yo,
sounds like a
Steph.
plan. What's up?
What was your best friend's name that was here on our last
Tabitha.
Tab,
Tabitha?
shout out to Tab.
Yeah,
Tab.
shout out to Tab. Shout out to Tab. She was here with us the last broadcast. Shout out to Tab. We are
Smoking that gas. Shout out to
Over
Tab.
20 years of friendship right there.
Okay, so then that's strong right there.
That's family.
Yeah.
20 years.
That's family.
Yeah, that's
right there.
family. That's my daughter's
That's how.
godmother.
That's like me and my boy. One time, me and Carl G. We got a lot of years in, man. I remember these cats when they were really like young dudes, like
Man, I was a
for
young nigga.
real, like really young dudes, and
Yeah, I'm the youngest in the
you know,
room.
to see them today, man, it's a blessing, man, to see them striving to do things different. Jay Majors, another
Appreciate
one,
it, Brody.
live right behind my house, man. Like,
Yeah,
you know, to see these cats now and to see them into the things that they doing now. So I could imagine you and her friendship, how y'all came up together. But big shout out to Tab.
Shout
You know,
out
I
to
hope you're
Tizaz.
good right
Thank
now.
you.
What y'all end up eating? What y'all end up eating that day?
We went to we went to a spot in Queens. It was Chinese, Spanish Chinese.
Okay,
I can't.
that
That's what I
sound
said.
different.
I ate like everything.
Hey, you know
It was
what?
bad.
And that's a crazy thing that you said, and I don't want nobody to take this no way because I'm trying. This is a segue that I'm going into by you saying that. Shout out to all the Asians.
Oh yeah,
Asian community, you know, they've been going through a lot of hell right now. I just heard it was like 8 deaths, 8
they've
people
been
got
going through
killed
it
in
for like the
Atlanta.
last 2 months, right?
Yeah, like I think 8 people in Atlanta got killed. I think 6 were Asian,
May Allah
2 were
be
white.
pleased with their
You know what I'm saying?
souls.
God bless y'all and y'all families.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what's
Sad.
going on, you know, but you know, I send my condolences to
Yeah,
the
I
whole
do
Asian
too.
community, the whole Chinese community.
Queens, shout out to Queens. It's just a lot of
Yeah,
the
shout
Asian
out to
family
Queens. It's
out
a lot.
there
It's a lot in
Queens.
Brooklyn too. It's
Yeah.
a lot in Brooklyn too. It's a lot in
But
Brooklyn too.
Queens is deep though.
Yeah, but
Queens is
Yeah.
real deep.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
shout
just
out
want-
to the
shout out
Asian
y'all,
brothers
man.
and
I just wanted
sisters,
to,
mamas and papas.
send my condolences to y'all, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And, what else though, y'all? What else is going on? What's going on in the hip hop community? See, that boy Drake just put out a 3-piece little EP. That shit was on the fucking charts, 1, 2, and 3. Some shit
I
that
think,
ain't never been done. Shout out to Drake.
I think I
shit that ain't never
gleaned
been done.
across something
Crazy.
that said that the Wu-Tang was putting out a book of photos or something, and it's like maybe like a 5-pound book of photos or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I
5
came
pound.
across that somewhere. I gleaned across that somewhere. But
Crazy.
shout out to the Wu-Tang. That's one of my favorite
out to the
groups
Wu.
right there.
Definitely.
Master Killer. I don't know the cat personally, man, but I think Master Killer was one of them dudes that he was so nice verbally, man, but he never really got his just due. But shout out to Master Killer, RZA, Ghost, Ray, Meth,
All of them. Inspector Deck, all of them.
You God. Yeah, all them brothers, man. Shout out to Staten Island, man.
Shout out to the Ultramagetic MCs too.
Whoa.
Word.
Cool
I know-
Keith.
Yeah, word.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out to
my,
Cuzzo, DJ JC.
Yeah, that's my
Cuzzo, what's
sister's
good?
boyfriend right there.
That's my cousin.
Shout out
that's
to
my,
Cool Keith.
That's my cousin right
What
there.
up?
Shout out to Cuz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
And
got you in mind, baby
Word.
boy.
Yo, you know what's so crazy?
We're gonna try to
about
get
that?
you up here too.
Oh yeah, I definitely need y'all up here. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what's so crazy? I remember Cuz coming, and that's why I guess that's why I do music. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go check that shit out too, man.
Yeah,
know?
man.
Word.
Yo, one of
every
Ultramagnetics, one of my favorite
Right.
joints by Ultramagnetics was the
one?
joint called Ego Tripping. So
That
all of the
beat was
listeners
hard.
go check out Ego Tripping, but then
That beat
you
is
know
hard.
Cool Keith did a joint on his own. Papa Large, check that out too, man. It's old
think-
school, but
That shit is that was.
I want
that
y'all
was
to
the
check
joint
that
I
out,
heard
man.
too.
This was a
I heard.
cat that, to me, personally, you know,
Right.
I came up in the inception of hip hop, and
Mm-hmm.
Cool Keith to me, man, was ahead of his time, man. That cat was
Yo,
he was way different.
I used to. My cousin used to come in the crib with the vinyls. I was a little nigga.
Yeah,
He used to
yeah.
come in the crib with the vinyls. I used to look at this. What the fuck? 4 Horsemen and all of that
Yeah,
shit on
yeah.
there. And I'm like, the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? See these 4 niggas. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh
he
shit,
was
cuz a
a
part of some
official
group.
cat,
I'm like,
man.
all right, cool.
Lyrically.
But that was what's up though. I thought that was. I always thought that was
Slick
cool.
Rick. And you know, the last episode that we had, I shouted out Grandmaster Flowers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's only apropos to shout out.
Good word you don't use. You don't hear it all the time. It's a
I
good word
think
of the
it's
day.
only just due to shout out some more classic cats from Brooklyn, because I'm a Brooklyn dude. Shout out
Right.
to BK.
All day.
I want to shout out some old school DJs, man, that to me, you know, they brought hip hop to society. And one of them is Swan C out of Flatbush, man. Swan C and QPSL. That was the name of their crew. QPSL, Quadro Powered Sound Lab. Them cats, man, was early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, man. They was doing their thing heavy. And then in the style, it was Master D and Vaughn K. Them two cats was tearing Bed-Stuy up at the time. But also, specifically, in my arena, or in my area, it was a crew called RFC, Rock Forces Crew. The
Force.
DJ was Fast.
Okay.
That's my dude. Fast, Lance Brackett, holla back, baby boy. Finesse.
Shout out.
These dudes, Lady V, Baby B, these was women and men, young. We know we was all teenagers at the time. Finesse was a cat, man, that if he would have got that shot, I really do believe it, man. If them two cats would have got their shot, man, they would have, you know, they would have made a name for themselves, man. I could say that, man. But the DJ Fast was off the hook.
Right.
QPSL, Swan C was off the hook. In the Bedford-Stuyvesant area, man, Master D and Vaughn K. I want to shout them cats out, man, because they are some of the dudes that laid the foundation
Shout
for
out to
brothers
y'all.
like yourself,
OGs, right.
Majors, you know, because you a star dude.
Right.
But brothers like yourself and Jay-Z and Big Daddy Kane
I knew that was.
and Divine Sounds
Right.
and Kim, Biggie. You know, these are the dudes that actually, it was another crew called
Who that?
the Mighty Mike Masters. These was cats out of the style. And one of them lived on my block, man. I'm going to shout out Born.
Okay.
Later on, he
Shout out
started
to
calling himself Animal. I'm going to shout him out,
Shout out
man.
to Animal.
Yeah, shout out to Animal, man. But I wanted to do that because,
Right.
you know, the Bronx got a history of being the foundation of hip-hop. And I don't never try to take that from them. But you better believe, man, that Brooklyn was right there right on their neck.
They
We
say
was right
Brooklyn
there.
stand up. My man said we ain't never sat down.
Nah.
Never.
And shout out to my boy Jay Majors, man. I want people out there
Appreciate
to look his stuff up. Real talk.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
they
not
already
just
know
saying
what
it
time
because I'm a co-host on the show. Look
Right.
Major's stuff up, man. This cat got some good
Good
music.
in tune.
And I want the young people and the older people check Major's stuff out, man. He got some good music behind him, and he's lyrically
about it.
inclined.
appreciate that. You know, we
I
getting
can
into it.
agree
We
with
just,
that.
I appreciate that stuff. We just getting started. You know, we just getting started. What y'all got going on for the weekend though? What y'all doing for the weekend? What you doing for the weekend stuff?
Oh, I'm baby free. I don't know what I'm gonna get into. I think I'm going to dinner tomorrow,
Okay.
and then see what's going on for the weekend.
Okay. That's what's up. What you got going on for the weekend, girl?
I don't know, man. Me and One Time and you, we gonna find ourselves doing something. I don't know if Call G gonna come through. We gonna find ourselves doing something on the weekend. Now I know following weekend, we going out of state.
That's what's up. Shout out to the
What
big
you
bro.
gonna be doing, man?
I don't know, man. Might make a little move.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Okay.
You know, bust a little 1-2.
Shout them folks out there in Chicago if that's where you end up being.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because I don't know what you gonna be doing there. Shout them fools out.
That's fam. That's
So we
forever.
got
I'm forever
sweaty
indebted to
hoodie or
them.
something to wear when we
That's
go out
fam. Shout out to fam, man. Shout out to Tay. Shout out to, like I said, Keena. Shout out to Taylor. Fucking Poon, Mari, and the dog.
I want to shout
Shout out
my
to
man
Gotti.
Call G out. He out here right now.
Of course,
with
he
us.
was coming next. Shout out
Spinning that
to. I wanted to
camera
make sure
around.
everybody that was in this motherfucker. Shout out to Call G. You already know. Make sure y'all look him up. Best Star Shooter. You know what I'm saying on the social media. Shout
Steph,
out
you
to
looking lovely, Steph. Let me
Shout out
say
to
that.
big bro
Thank
Uno
you.
in the building. Uno, say what up to the people. They can hear you. Know they've been hearing your ass in the background.
Peace to the gods.
They be, I know y'all been hearing. Hey, fuck it. You know, like I said, this official ad podcast. We keep it official. That's the nigga whose phone was ringing in the background. So when y'all hear that nigga in the background talk about, yo, hey yo, I'm coming. I said I'm coming. Yo, that's my word. I said I'm coming.
Right there.
That's that nigga when y'all hear that shit. All right,
That's
just so
my
y'all
dude
know.
Right there.
Oh, that's big bro right there. You know
And
what
they
I'm saying?
on him right now. I
Right.
want
Shout-
the
oh, shit. Hold
population
on.
to know that
Shout-
too.
it's
They
shout out-
on my man right now. Every picture me and these niggas in together, I get mad hits. Yo, who's your man with the glasses on?
Word.
They on him right now.
Word. Check
But
him
I'm
out.
with you, baby boy.
Word. But shout out to my brother too, Cooch. Shout out to Cooch.
Shout out to
man.
Cooch.
Word, happy birthday, bro.
Ron K,
Word.
Peace,
Happy
Okay.
birthday.
12,
Word. Shout out to everybody.
Big
Word.
Kim in the building.
Word.
I'm going to be home in a minute.
Ill Corp.
Oh yeah, yo, hold on. That was
Ill
coming
Corp,
next.
yeah, my
Ill
boy
Corp.
Dre.
Shout out to Ill Corp.
Yeah.
Ill Corp
boy
for the good
Dre,
threads.
DB.
Good threads. Make sure
What's
y'all go
up with
check
you
them out. Ill
dudes,
Corp
man?
Apparel. You're not gonna see it on
Shout
the
out.
screen. Make sure y'all check them out. Ill Corp Apparel on the Instagram
Yeah,
and social
check that
media.
out, man. Ill Corp.
We're
Matter
gonna have
of
it
fact,
on the screen for y'all to see.
Our
whatever
next
the case is.
Yeah, send me all of
broadcast,
that.
Man, I'm gonna wear one
Yeah,
of the
I got
hats.
you.
I got a hat that baby boy gave me. He gave me a hoodie too, but and some sweatpants. But
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I
Rock
gotta
the
get some.
hat
I
on
gotta
the
get
next
some.
one, man.
Some
depending
other
on the
ones.
weather.
Yeah, the weather. We'll see. Cause I ain't gonna lie. It's about to be. You know, I'm a t-shirt nigga, so it's about to be
I
t-shirt.
see you, man. You keep the little t-shirts on, but I gotta get back in the gym with my boy one time before I start popping off on t-shirts. But the first one y'all see me in though is gonna be a Warriors t-shirt.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, yo, it was crazy. I used to look like a Greek god back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
man. You know,
And
you still looking sharp.
I don't know what happened, man.
Still sharp. I mean, you know,
Appreciate
I ain't
it.
mad at you.
I used to look like I was sculpted out of something.
Greek
you know
god,
what I'm
huh?
Greek god.
Shaka Zulu, rather.
saying? Something like that. You know what I'm
Shaka was chiseled up.
saying? Wow.
Yeah, well, y'all do what y'all gotta do, cause then y'all it could come to Florida and then shoot out here.
Got you.
And we gonna do that, Steph. I don't know when we gonna do it, but we are gonna do that.
Sometime
We gonna
coming.
come through your little hood
Right.
and see what's going on
Well,
down
don't come
there.
over. Don't come over here.
Make sure you
don't
got
wanna be out
Tab
here,
with
it's
you.
boring. Oh yeah, that's definite. She's always over here.
Okay.
All right, y'all. This is episode 2. We'll be back next week. Shout out to everybody out there. Once again, shout out to my NA Rock family. Shout out to the Star. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to
BK,
myself.
718.
Shout out to Ben Grimm. Shout out to
Yeah.
my lovely co-host
My dude.
Steph over there.
Yeah, shout out to
Wow,
Steph.
shout out to Steph over there.
Majors,
Appreciate it. Shout out to you again.
Paul G.
Shout out to Blills
One.
in the building. Shout out to
We in
G.
the building, man.
Shout out to Uno.
And thank you for the opportunity, Majors. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. I really appreciate it.
It's all good, man. I appreciate that. When I put this together, like, hold on. Before I even get into that, right? Shout out to my man Face, right?
Okay.
Because, you know, I told you I did a little podcast before and all that shit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So me and the homie we was picking up some traction with that shit, and he's always gonna be a extended co-host to the show. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say shout out to the bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, and You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the bro Face, man. But
Shout out, Face.
yeah, me and him was doing our show. You know what I'm saying? Some you know, some shit was going on in life and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, we had to get some shit right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the bro. We're gonna get it right again. You know, and that's my boy.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Oh yeah, but I appreciate that. When I created the show and shit, like even with me and bro, like when we created the show and shit, like we just wanted to do something for the peoples that we fuck with, and you know, let people have opportunity to be able to be heard. Give people you know, some people out there got opportunities. They just need a little push. You know, we just here to inform people. I always wanted to just give opportunity to the people. You know, I wanted to do this for myself anyway, but I also wanted to do it for my peoples.
Okay.
You know, so. And it's only gonna get better, you know. It's only gonna get
in
better.
prison, right? This is what they do. Usually, when brothers that stay in contact with each other, when they move from prison to prison, this
Shout out
is
to
how
my
usually
people that's
how
locked
we
up too,
end
man.
the program.
Right.
It says, "Stand firm, stay focused."
Right. Stand firm, stay focused. Shout out to D-Rock. Shout out to my brother, man, Lil T. Shout out to everybody locked up. Shout out to my boy Lex. If I forgot you, you know, it's so many people, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be here for another hour naming everybody, and that's the fucked up part about it. But
Shout out to the people.
shout out to the people. We gonna get it right. Love is love.
My boy
Official
Jamal.
Ave in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Official
Episode
Ave.
3 on the way,
That's
y'all.
NA Rock for cats that don't know.
Absolutely.
Official lab. No
NA Rock, you already know that. Forever and always, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever get it twisted.
Hey.
Let's get it.
Long time, they just told me how you been. Trying to keep the right sucker free to the end. Sitting waiting on my time, probably came and went. I tell you what though, I swear I'm charged up against. LT edition, no niggas call that a different fab.